Hi everyone. So a few days back, I got my AWS Certified AI Practitioner cert done, and I have been reflecting on the tools, the methodology, and the sources that I used to prepare for this. I'm sharing that in the hope that it would be useful to someone, or at least a future me. So, firstly, I have been reflecting on the way I learn, and in that reflection, I came across this video from Justin Sung. Look him up on YouTube. Really effective educator, coach when it comes to learning. And I basically had a look at the concepts that this in this particular video, the way he has described how you can structure your learning in four different layers. So I basically utilized this methodology for my learning. And the way I did it was I went, first of all, I selected the source that I'm going to use for the learning. And there's just because I use that source doesn't mean that you have to use that source too. There are so many other options. So in my case, I decided to go with Pluralsight. I have been a Cloud Guru member for years now, before they got brought up by Pluralsight. So firstly, I started going through the videos that these lovely instructors have done a fantastic job of putting together. I was somewhat short on time, and I also have issues with patiently sitting down and watching videos. I tend to fall asleep. So instead, I extracted the transcripts from these videos, and at that point, all of this content was on a Cloud Guru website. It might still be, but I have just been sticking with accessing it via Pluralsight. And so apart from the transcripts, at that point, they also had PDF documents, slide packs essentially. So I exported all of that from various modules for this course, and I then concatenated all the transcripts. It's a simple cat command on Linux or Unix systems, and you can simply grok or chat GPT for that information. So created a single file, and then I imported that here in Notebook LLM. And I did the same with all the PDF documents I had from Pluralsight. And then, as you can see on the right side, they have now got a few newer features that I was not across a few days back. So I was mostly using audio feature, and I was using the mind map feature. I'm gonna go straight to mind map first before elaborating on audio. So mind map it brings me a lot of joy. For those who I have worked with over years, they know that I tend to take notes and I tend to create a lot of mind maps so I can retain information, I can connect information, varying information sometimes, and it just helps me remember stuff. So as you can see here, like it probably zooms onto the headings, and from there each branch in itself is a subheading of sorts. And in some cases, it's actually done it really effectively, where it's actually taken information from two different modules and it's combined that together. So that way you can actually go down quite deep and you can see how a given topic is associated with another topic and so on. So I'd highly, this still is, it just makes me so happy to look at information in this way. And the best part is if you come across, let's say, a particular phrase or a statement that you have no clue of, you can simply click on that. Let's go to negative prompts, and it will perform a real time. Essentially, it's just talking to ChatGPT like service. So it's going to look up that information in the context of the source material that we have provided. Think of that as probably RAG. So as you can see, it's quite elaborative and it actually also provides you references. And this is very, very helpful. The other thing that I should mention here is that instead of, if you do not have a Cloud Guru slash Pluralsight or Udemy access, or for some reason, if you don't have the transcripts or source material because a given platform has restricted it, then you can use AWS Skills Builder. You can use the, I believe they have this course for free, and it's taught by somebody from AWS. So please have a look at different sources. I'm hoping to implement similar strategy using Notebook LLM on for preparing for other certifications, and I'm gonna try to see if I can do that with original AWS content and see if I can be this effective while doing that. Now, apart from this feature, going back to the audio overview, which I have absolutely loved as a feature, I'm going to say something that I really hope that Pluralsight can take into consideration, but not be offended by. The app, sometimes it just sucks on Android like phones, and I'm assuming that would be the case with iPhone and iOS and whatnot. Because as you're listening to, if you're driving or something and you're listening to their content, some of the videos they just pause. I have tried clearing out the cache, I've tried resetting that, but I just got impatient enough to not care about looking at the app and instead basically use the audio overview feature. So through this, you can generate an audio overview. I'm going to see if I created one, the ML Journey. Yeah, so this one, for example, and you can essentially download that and then you can upload it to your Google Drive or you can just get it to your phone some way and then you can use the media player on your phone and you don't have to rely on anything online or the A Cloud Guru app and whatnot. And this is really effective because the way it doesn't contain all the information, but you uh, this feature essentially uses two very natural voices, two people who are talking to each other on certain topics. And there is also another very fascinating feature that Notebook LLM has if you use the Android app, which is the ability to click raise hand. So if you do that on the app, it essentially would allow you to ask questions in real time. And if like certain topics I really wanted to understand in quite a bit of depth as to what are the differences between hyperparameters and parameters. So I probably made that app repeat that at least 10 times while I was driving. Be safe, goes without saying. Yeah, so these two features are highly effective. I'm going to be exploring and perhaps exploiting, or at least utilizing flashcards and quiz and reporting. I have no clue of how these three features work. I have been using other tools for flashcards because I believe I do not have a strong memory, so I try to use various techniques to retain um, detailed information where it's not just about concepts, it's about uh, like certain things, like the as an example, the value of pi, though I don't remember it at this point. No, so apart from this, what else did I want to share? I think that's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, like these tools are pretty amazing as much as the AI as an industry. When you look at the $300 billion investments in our $4 trillion evaluations of companies like NVIDIA, you look at it, seems like it's game changing. So I hope that anyone who's trying to learn is not ignoring these tools and you're trying to basically bring them into your learning workflow. And look, I'll keep on experimenting, and I'm eager to hear or learn from others too. So if you have any ideas, if you any other tools that I'm missing, please feel free to share. That would be it.